Hey everybody, it's Chad with F&E Collector Auto Auctions. We've got a really unique consignment we're going to show you today. 1942 Ford Coupe. Now, as a lot of you know, 1942 was a very short production year. Obviously, December 7th, 1941, the course of America changed. The 1942 cars were already into production. You know, America was coming out of the Great Depression from the 30s. The 40s were looking very promising. A lot of new designs, a lot of people excited about it. Then December 7th happened and the course changed. Obviously, automotive production at that point took a detour. Now, they were already in production of 42. That's why we've got a 42 here. So there were a few that were made. However, they were not made very long. And then the last few months of production, which was at the beginning of 1942, were all called blackout models, where they didn't have chrome because those assets were already being diverted to the war effort. So this, since we obviously have a lot of chrome on this car, is a very early production 1942 Ford, made probably somewhere in December of 1941 is what we're guessing. So a very unique car made in a very small window of time, and a car that you don't see very often because a lot of these features on this car were specific to the 42. The nose and everything, all specific to the 42. So something you don't see very often. A really neat car and definitely something a little different, which is always cool about having an old car. You want something a little bit different. So let's take a look at this Ford. Let's step back here. Black 1942 Ford Coupe. So not only is it a very rare model year, it's actually a coupe, which makes it even a little more tough to find. This car was restored back in the 90s, still has a decent look to it, and is a neat old car that somebody can have a lot of fun with. We see all the chrome on this car, the stainless going down the side, the chrome on the fenders, against the black body, really makes it pop, really makes it stand out. Let's come on around here and take a look inside of this old Ford. We see a gray interior that was done at the same time when the car was restored. Seats look nice. This being a coupe, it does have the flip-up seats, but it does still have a full back seat since it is a coupe. Now, these cars had a very unique dash, very pretty dash actually. We can take a look in here and see a lot of chrome and a lot of trim inside on this dash as well. Really makes it pop, really stands out. Factory radio, factory clock. Even had twin ashtrays right up on top of the dash. One on each side. Which really seems kind of redundant because they're almost right beside each other, but they did have two of them. But back in the day, that's the way they did it. It made a very even designed dash with the clock and the speedometer pod, the two ashtrays, the radio in the middle, and a very distinct gold Ford horn button right in front of you as you're going down the road. We'll work our way on around the back of this little coupe. And obviously we see the unique coupe body style where the roof, short roof, and the rolling rear deck comes all the way back down to the rear bumper, where they even stamped Ford right into the bumper itself. As we come on around the passenger side of this little coupe, kind of the same thing. Just nice shiny black, cool stainless trim, very unique body style, cool roof line, a lot of neat features to this car. It is powered by a Ford flathead V8. It's a little bit newer than the original one, but it is still basically stock looking under the hood with V8 flathead Ford power. So obviously we've got a very unique car here, a very distinct car, something you never see. Anything from 1942 is very, very rarely seen anymore. Not only did they not make a lot of them, now at this point, you know, almost at 80 years later, a lot of them didn't survive. So seeing one today is really cool. Now, what else is exciting about this car? It's rolling across the block Saturday, October 1st, to the F&E Collector Auto Auction at no reserve. At the end of the day on Saturday, whoever has their hand in the air last is going to be rolling home in this 1942 Ford Coupe. So it's a super unique car. It is no reserve. It's a great opportunity to own something that is so different and cool that a lot of people probably aren't even going to know what it is when you pull up with it at the next car show. Because these 1942 models with these noses that a lot of people aren't familiar with makes it unique and cool because most people just never see them. So we sure hope to see you here Saturday, October 1st at the F&E Collector Auto Auction, Great Bend, Kansas, at the Expo grounds. If you can't be here, we'd sure like to see you here, but if you can't be here, jump on ProxiBid for our online bidding platform. You can bid on this 1942 Ford from anywhere through ProxiBid. And maybe at the end of the day on Saturday, this one might be yours. Thanks for watching, everybody. We sure hope to see you here Saturday, October 1st. If not, jump on ProxiBid. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. We got a lot more cool consignments we're going to be sharing with you soon.